Coach, first off, talk a little bit about the time and effort that really does go in to this recruiting, building this recruiting class. Your staff spends a lot of time on the road.
They certainly do, and I think it first starts with our in-house recruiting. Justin Mace does a great job leading everybody and coming up with a plan. But, the state funds that have been appropriated with the Cowboy match have allowed us more time. But there's a great deal of coordinated effort. These coaches not only go out during the course of spring, and then we go ahead and do a camp circuit, and we have guys on our campus. But I think our place where we really make our mark is doing in-season evaluations, where many times coaches are sitting at home on Friday night before a home game. Our coaches are out all across the country. They're on the sidelines at different high school games, and we're evaluating the old school way. And so between that and then the campus, on-campus scholastic evaluations, all those things come into play. And so I think we're really pleased. And so we've got a great deal of understanding about these guys that we're going to sign.
Another thing that fans may not think about, but you really kind of set some goals when you go into a recruiting season in terms of positional needs and the like. This class really came out balanced, 12 on offense, 12 on defense.
Well, that was very intentional. Most of the time you're not able to get to those markers. I felt like coming down the last couple days here that I looked on paper and said, if this guy says yes and he holds his commitment, it'll probably come out as well a balanced class as what we've had since I've been our head football coach.
In terms of something new this year in your recruiting play in the state of Texas, came into play heavily this year.
It was probably much more bountiful than I thought. I thought we could break in the first year, and if we signed one or two, we would be happy as a result. I think it's an indication of the brand of the University of Wyoming and the Mountain West Conference. Some of our coaches that have recruited down there's some connections that certainly help, but we're well pleased with our presence in Texas.
It's always hard to tell which student athletes are going to turn out when they get here, but a lot of these young men in this class were very heavily recruited. Does that say a lot about the brand you're building here at Wyoming?
Well, I think that comes down to a couple things. One, a lot of consistency. This is very stable staff as far as head coach and the other coaches that are on the staff. We've had some success on the field, and then the other thing is the high altitude training facility. It's been great.